Hello, and welcome back. This is Smile Love Succeed here on YouTube. And right now on the screen, we are looking at GBPJPY. Okay, so if you've been following me for a while, you know I love the charts and I love talking about Forex trading, currency trading, cryptocurrency trading. And so over the last couple of weeks, I was really looking at art, just because, if you have money, like investing into art is really important and it really supports our cryptocurrency space. So that's something we will definitely continue to come back to. But let's kind of shift gears right now. We're really looking at GJ. Maybe we'll do some in another video. We'll look at some more art if that was something that you were really interested in learning more about. But for right now, we are looking at, again, the British pound versus the Japanese yen. And right now I have it on a 3-month time frame. Okay, so I like to look at all the kind of different time frames just to see like if I've gained a different perspective. And I think that it is important to, as a Forex trader, as a market trader, for anyone to look at the different time frames. Use some of these different things on TradingView. Like if you pay for the Pro Pack, like we need to be using some of these different things, because I had my whole like paradigm or my mind shifted just by looking at something different on a different time frame. I was like, oh, I was afraid to look at it, but then I like looked at it and I was like, oh, I think I like this. Let me just open up my mind to it a little bit more and then I might like it some more. But anyway, we'll get back to that. So if you can see, I kind of was looking at it with the range. And that's something I'll come back to, as I don't want to talk about it now because I'm still learning it specifically, but I like the way that it looked. I'm just going to click on it real quick so you guys can get a view of what I see. And I was kind of freaking out earlier because I couldn't like get all these things back up right and it wasn't right. But if you want to look at it real quickly with me. Let me just take all this stuff off here. All right, so I just kind of like the way it looked. I like the flow of it. And I was like, oh, I think I can understand some of this information here. I can read it. It makes sense to me. And I was happy about it. So anyway, that's just where I was with that. But anyway, we're going to go back to the monthly, or to the 3-month. Yeah, to the monthly. Let's just do the monthly and I'll come back. I'm not going to give you guys all the goods today anyway. But yeah, I was looking at the thousand range earlier. Okay, so there's kind of something that I wanted to point out. Let me see here. Let me just go back to the 3-month because that's what I was looking at before and it kind of had me excited. All right, so what are we looking at? The 3-month. Okay, now I usually like literally just look at the monthly, weekly, daily, and like these ones. I might have some other oddballs up here, but for now, I think I'm going to actually star the 3-month because I like the way it looks. Now, we're looking at the British pound, and I think when I was looking at Ethereum, so watch out for the next video where I'm really looking at Ethereum. But for right now, we're looking at GJ. And if you don't know what this pattern is, baby, you need to go to trade school, okay? And I do know some of the best schools out there for you, the best school out there for you. Of course, it's going to be IM Academy, so if you're not into that, go ahead and click off this video. But if you are open-minded and willing to listen and learn some new tricks and tips and flips and things like that, then you're going to want to pay attention, because this is where I got all this information from. I learned a lot. I did a lot of self-studying for myself because I knew that this was a skill that I wanted to have. And I'm not going to pull out the whole trajectory for you right now, but I just wanted you to understand that if you're somebody who's watching this video because you're interested in learning how to trade, like, cool, I'm gonna teach you how to trade a little bit here on YouTube, but understand, like, this stuff is not for free. I invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of tears, a lot of energy, and a lot of tears, and a lot of heartbreaks and heart sets in order to provide this information for you today. So you got to pay just like I paid. And again, like, I'm gonna show you some stuff today. Like, I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe to this or that, but I do have a Patreon account, which I'll pull up at the end of this video. But for now, we're just gonna do what it do. Okay. So right now, what I'm looking at, again, like I said, if you don't know what this pattern is, you need to go to trade school. You might be able to find some free stuff on YouTube, which is cool, but everybody's got something that they're advertising for you today. So I'm actually gonna switch over to the line chart because I like to look at the line chart so I can get a better view and get a better feel of what I'm seeing and what I'm viewing. Now, what is this here? I'm gonna take you off because I'm gonna lock you, but I like my charts clean, like clean, okay? Because it's a lot of information that you're looking at one time, and it can be really overwhelming. So if you see this pattern here that I'm calling out, this W, okay, then you can see it on the smaller time frame. Now this W is not fully completed, okay? Now this, for me, what we're looking at here is accumulation, like in this range right here, and then we had this breakout and a retest here at this zone, and so we're out of this little area or this box. Again, we're looking at the 3-month time frame, okay? And so I'm just spelling it out to you as I'm looking at it. This is kind of like the first time I'm like fresh eyes, like looking at this thing. And so we have the jump the creek, all right? If you're not familiar with Wyckoff logic, I highly encourage you to get educated on that. That's something that I use. I use a lot of trading strategies. So my intent and purpose is not to necessarily teach you how to trade like here on YouTube, but to show you some things that I'm looking at, and so that you can look at them too. And if you want to continue to grow as a Forex trader, continue to grow as an investor and as a personal investor, I highly encourage you to continue to follow me. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and link up and follow me on Instagram at Smile Love Succeed. It's all one word. I think it's like lowercase on Instagram. But anyways, so I like the W, okay? That's what I like most importantly. And I see that we're here at this other interesting major reversal area like zone right now, currently at price at 183.76. 9 days, 22 hours until this candle closes. So we're almost at the end of a 3-month time frame. And honestly, like GJ is bae, and so I want to continue to see my baby continue to run it up. I would like a nice little retracement somewhere here on the 3-month time frame. So when we drop down to the lower time frames, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But this is clean and pure Wyckoff logic, and that's what I like to see. I mean, it's not just like the chart. So when you really adjust your eyes to really focus and understand what it is that you're seeing, like we did have like a head and shoulders here that came down here and you know, got us some retesting here at the 786. We didn't get, let me see. Did we get down? We got down to the 886. You know, we got down there. I'm going to just switch back to the line chart. But I want to see a cute little retracement. So like right now, let me see. If you can see, I have my fibs kind of going both ways. And so it's not meant to confuse you. Again, it's like I'm just here to show you what I'm looking at and what I can see on the charts for today, or like for like the rest of this month. So right now we're at the 786. If we were in a bearish market, on a bearish trend, now honestly I feel like we are in a consolidation zone. So I'm going to be really interested to see how price reacts at the 786 at 179.711 and at the 886 at 186.275. Let's see here. So as you can see, I have my arrows down because we are in a downtrend. Did we come back and retest this? We came out and we busted out above this, so like it looks like we're no longer in a downtrend in the 3-month time frame, which is something that we want to look for, because I want to see this whole W pull out, because you know this is Fibonacci's, you know, these are the harmonic patterns and things like that. And so as you continue to train your eyes and can kind of see, I would like to see price rise and, you know, keep coming up and testing these Fibonacci levels. Specifically, I would like to see I would like to see price rise to 219.475. Okay. Now this is a big make or break. Now I've been trading this and I've been looking at this since like Brexit. Okay. Like I've been on this for a minute. Like I remember when Brexit happened, I actually like watched price rise up into these levels, and I was so happy. I was like, oh yay. I don't know what I was talking about, what I was doing, but I was excited for the pound to continue to increase in price versus the yen, just because I like the way GJ moves. She just moves like a cryptocurrency sometimes, and you can get hundreds of pips in like a few short hours, and I love that about GJ. All right, so anyway, so we did have a breakout of this zone, right? And this is like, look where we at. We're like 2016 through 20, right? So we had this January impulse move up. Then we kind of had some consolidation between the 61 and the 50% Fibonacci's. Then we broke out again on January 22nd. You know, this is a 3-month candle, okay? So bear with me as you're trying to understand this information. So we broke out of these boxes, And this is trippy because I drew all these lines and all this stuff on a completely different time frame, on the monthly time frame. So when I go there and I switch over there, we'll be like, oh, but you know what? It's mad trippy because I did this on the monthly time frame, and just to see the confluence that's happening on the 3-month time frame, like I kid you not, this is the first time today that I ever looked at the market like this wide. But excuse me, I had to cough. But this is the first time today I was like, you know what? I want to look at the market in a wider range because there's been a lot of price momentum. There's been a lot of market sentiment that's kind of heightened the emotions in the market. And I've been kind of feeling it myself personally, like on a mental, emotional level. And so I just wanted to share with you all, like, if you're out here and you're trading, don't give up. Don't lose fret. Don't lose sight of your vision. Just keep going, and the market is always going to move in her way. And then as long as you know how to swing left and swing right, or up and down, you're good, right? Like whatever the market information provides to you, I want you to stay encouraged, be encouraged, and keep going through it. Okay, so now we have, what is this? The hammer. Okay, this is a hammer. Now, if you don't have like a printed out candlestick cheat sheet, I highly recommend that. That's what I'm looking at. And so this is a bullish candlestick that we got here last year in July. Okay, and I was having a hard time trading GJ because it was so out of focus. It was just, when I dropped down to a lower time frame, you'll see why I low key gave up on GJ and I started like trading ETH and like other currencies. But GJ's always been bae since I first started really trading. I love the volatility. I love the market momentum that's in GJ. So not only do we have an inverted hammer, but we also have a shooting star like here, which was kind of confusing to experience on these major market like level areas. Okay, so for me, I wouldn't take this as like a bearish like shooting star. For me, this is like market's getting ready to, well, it's actually not a shooting star, it's an inverted hammer, excuse me, but it's in a weird placing, like when you're really looking at the candlesticks. And so as a single candlestick pattern, we have a hammer and we have the inverted hammer right next to each other. Okay, like right next to each other in this consolidation zone where we've been playing at. Okay, and so when we see this candle like buying in January of 2023 on GJ, and look at all this momentum. So let me see, open of this price is 158,423, high at 166,004, low at 155,350, close at 163,742. So if we look at the close at 163,742 as of January, and we look at price right now at 180,376, like these were all the signals in the world. So I'm not mad that I didn't like, oh, I didn't look at the price when it was supposed to be like, nah, it's okay. I'm learning. I'm always going to be a student to the game. Like these markets do whatever they want, and I'm just here to learn and sit back and study. So what I would like to see is price continue to close up. Now, like I said, there's 9 days, 22 hours. If we can close somewhere like around here, that'd be like really cool. And then I'd like to see some kind of like retest of like this. Let me zoom in for a minute. I'd like to see some kind of retest like here at this major level, like 172,468. Now, this is a level that I drew, like, I gotta zoom out. This is a level that I had drew from like saying this is a major reversal area. So as we broke out of this zone, I would like to see price come back to like the 172,468 and then skyrocket up so we can continue our W, our double bottom or whatever you want to call it on a much larger time frame. For me, it would be a buying climax that would lead into some kind of distribution later on in the future. Now again, we're looking at the 3-month time frame, so I'm speaking like in the future almost, but I would love to see price come back up here. Let's see, we've got a high of 215,892. All right, the low was 184,475, closed at 188,905. I would like to see price kind of come back and test these highs right here. I mean, most immediately, like we'd be looking at this like coming back to the 0%, but you see how it matches up with this 027. That's why I say that, because if you know GJ, you know how GJ moves like this. GJ moves, okay? And we are not done with this move yet. So even if we just get up here to like the 0%, like, or the 886, how I'm looking at it, I'm gonna stop talking for just a second, just so I can like really get a clear look at what I'm saying right here. Okay, so if you know how the market moves, you know the market moves in measured moves. All right. And I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so we can see. I'm actually gonna change the color so we can see it in white. And I'm gonna say, I wanna really see you. And then all I'm gonna do is, I mean, it's like, I don't wanna say like it's the simplest thing to do because I know there's a lot of people who's out here trading and stuff. Oh, I got this Mac computer, so bear with me, you guys. Oh, nope, I don't wanna do that, hold on. I just upgraded all my stuff and I'm like still in the process of getting familiar with Mac. Okay, hold on. I like when I can use my short keys. So what is it telling me to do? This little command button. Okay, I'm gonna try it. First time for you to view. All right, so I'm gonna actually do it like here, like this. Okay, so you see how I just dragged it over? Like low key, I kind of want to put it here. I think maybe I will, just for right now. And you see, it's like a parallelogram. Markets move and measured moves, okay? So it's like we're not trying to predict the market. We just want to pay attention to market geometry. So if like you sucked at geometry back in the day, like I feel it. Like I just barely got through that class. Thankfully, I had a really great teacher. But you know, market geometry, that's all these things that you can really learn on I Am Academy, you guys. So always keep an open mind. People are gonna say what they want to say. Always just keep an open mind. If you're really a student to the game and you really want to learn, that's one of the best academies that's out here. Not shitting on any of the other academy or talking negatively on any of the other academies that's out here, but this is the academy that I signed up with. It's been around for 10 to 11 years, and I haven't chosen any other academy than this. So one of the things that I've learned from the CEO of the corporation is like understanding market geometry and understanding harmonics, and I'm grateful that I can actually view them with the naked eye. You know, and I'm always continuing to learn and grow, and so humble. Like I'm humble. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, so if we're looking at the parallelogram here, we can see that price is literally gonna come between these 2 points right here, and that's kind of where I was wanting to see it. You see how it just like lines up perfectly, like right here, and then like it's just perfect. I don't know what else to say. I like when I see confluence. When I see confluence, it gives me confidence in the market. I'm like, oh man, I'm so good at this now. Look at this. But when you see confluence, you need to have confidence. Confluence equals confidence in the market, in your trading strategy, in what you're doing. Confluence equals confidence. And then like if you see where I'm not gonna draw the line here right now because I don't want to. But if you look at like where my marker is here, and then if you look at the line here where price actually is, you see that we're here in another range, right? Like we're right here in the middle of another range. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of got some more of this continuation of this range energy from the early 2000s, you know, somewhere further down this line as price continues to fluctuate and figure out what it really wants to do here. But also notice that we have this candle, which is, it's basically like an inverted hammer, but it's like weird to look at, right? So you have to really train your eyes to kind of see this. And I do some naked forex. So I think I'm gonna sharpen up my skills. I'm gonna reread naked forex because I think I really want to call this a kangaroo tail, which is naked forex terminology. So if you haven't read that book, I mean, I know people watch videos, but I prefer to read like the books and like really get a better understanding of all the different stuff that's like in there. So I'm gonna challenge myself to actually buy the physical book and like read through it because I think I had a physical book, but um, I think I got it from the public library and I ended up just returning it or something like that, whatever. But this candlestick right here speaks a lot of volume to me, okay? Like from the 3 month candle on January 2006. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up in this video. I just wanted to kind of call this out on a 3 month time frame for the GJ. Again, if you're somebody who's interested in hooking up with me and you're interested in hooking up with I Am Academy, here I am here at Smile Love Succeed. If you're somebody who's like, no, man, I tried I Am Academy, I just blah, 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 like, okay, I got something else for you. So just hold on just a minute here. Actually, here it is right here, my Patreon page. Now, I always used to get this question, can you just teach me how to trade, please? I just want to learn how to trade and I don't want to do I Am Academy. So I have something else for you here. I'm not like wholly recommending it because again, like if you really, I put years, 6 to 7 years into this. And so if you're somebody who really wants to learn how to trade, I'm still getting more posts and stuff up here. Again, that's not my intention to really teach you how to trade, but to put you on game for some of the investor decisions that I found based upon my I Am Academy founded